on up, trembling, burning, keep your on up, trembling, burning, keep your on up, trembling, burning, the sun is going. Children who weary, children who weary, children who weary, till your work is done. Until your work is done. Children who weary, children who weary, children who weary, till your work is done. Until your work is done. Christian journey soon be over. Christian journey soon be over. Christian journey soon be over. The time is growing nigh. Christian journey soon be over. Christian journey soon be over. Christian journey soon be over. The time is running nigh. The time is drawing nigh.
I need to call one. I think.
One more time. Good morning. It is my pleasure to be the mistress of ceremony for the Homecoming Program right out of court. I am so glad to be here, and I am so glad to see everyone sitting in the top. Please give yourself a round of applause. My name is Sandra Bell. I am from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I am a graduate of Texas College in the class of 1977. And I am the first vice president of programs of the Texas College National Alumni Association. And I am proud. Today we are celebrating the 90th anniversary of the Alumni Association. Our theme is celebrating our past and inspiring our future. We have a long history. 1932 to 2022. That's a lot of years. That's a lot of years. And we have been blessed through all of it. The first thing I am going to ask you is if you have cell phones, please turn your cell phones off. We want to make sure that everybody gets to enjoy the program without hearing some of those wonderful ringtones. Not only are we celebrating our 90th anniversary, we are also celebrating the occasion of Dr. Marilyn in that Jason conference room. All right. We've taken care of the short problem. We've taken care of the sound. Everybody should hear my voice, and I don't even have a teacher voice. We We will follow the program as it is printed. I want to thank the Texas College Choir for stepping in and standing in for me, walking in to do some work. Please give please stand everyone for the Negro National. Lift every voice and sing.
Voice and sing till earth and heaven of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the evening skies. Let it resound loud. Sing a song full of the hope and the presence. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
We will now have the invocation by Elder Kenneth Tang, Captain of the Texas College National Alumni Program.
Programs.
We got a preview there on Day Creek.
Okay, so this is mine. So we don't have any more. We still have more of these.
God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, thou who has brought us thus far on the way, thou who has by thy might led us into the light. Keep us in the path, we pray. You can do it, God. You woke us up this morning, clothed us in our right mind. You gave us a portion of life for many years. Some footprints. Some have come from miles and miles and miles away. We all share a common thread. You have been good to us. Thank you, God. Thank you for looking down upon a people and realizing to a place called Texas, doing what this institution has laid the foundations for us to do. And all we can say, you took care of us yesterday, and you woke us up today. I'm just crazy enough to think, God, that you will watch over our tomorrow. There sits like God, he's the head of this institution. for such a time as this. The load must get lifted. The burden must be a tremendous burden. But you called him for such a time as this. And some say, God, those whom you call, you qualify. Edify him for the moment. Allow him to make the decisions that's best for this institution, for the faculty, for the staff, and certainly for those students who have entrusted their future to Texas College. Keep Dwight Fennell in your care. Watch over his wife, his son. Be a hedge of protection. It's Gwen Carter, the president of the Texas College National Alumni Association. As she, and then God, you have to merge those two entities together so that we can continue to have a cohesive existence. And together, let's walk hand in hand. Let us be in peace. All right, stay. And this going to be over. And we're going to look back over the sands of time. We're going to wonder, been in vain. Okay, let's come on up to your.
Now that's the way to start a program. Thank you so much. 50 years for some, 51 for some others, and we're going to have your credit. We want to celebrate you. Everybody, when you see them later on, give them a hug. Give them a congratulations. That's some much beauty. 50 years gone. 51 years. 52 years. Thank you all so very much for gracing us with your presence this morning. Next, we will have welcome remarks by Dr. Fennell.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. A very special welcome to Texas College on behalf of my wife. Members of the Texas College family, will the Texas College family please stand and just let the floor of this wonderful group, faculty, staff, administration. Welcome. Let me just be discursive for a minute, if you will. That means I'm going to ramble for a little bit, and hopefully you'll tolerate it. I want to thank Elder Kane, first of all, for his prayer. There was a gentleman one time that was here with us by the name of Willie Champion. He said to me one day, he said, "Doc, this is holy ground." Just imagine 1894, when there were no street lights, no sidewalks, nothing but pathways, and perhaps a few cows, and maybe some mules. I won't say jackasses, but maybe. But this was the destination that the Lord led a group of individuals to come to for an education. ordained by the Spirit of God and followed by the pastors from the CMB Church. They started an educational process which has now been in place for more than 128 years. And more importantly, what I want us to understand is that we are just standing on the shoulders of the giants, individuals who came before us. They opened up Grand Avenue and Martin Luther King. They're the ones who had the candles that turn into lights. They're the ones who had the outdoor classrooms that turn into buildings. And now, 128 years later, we just have the opportunity to follow them. And when I look over this beautiful auditorium, I'm so reminded of what it must have been like back then. People coming together because they knew one another. Their sisters and brothers and aunts and uncles. And if you look at the first class of Texas College, you'll see students as young as 10, 11, and 12 years old, and some as old as I am, all coming to get an education because it was believed that an education was the equalizer of men and women. Now, 128 years later, we're striving to do the very same thing. Different times, different places, obviously different people. And all of us have had that experience. And all of us, and many of us have gone to HBCUs. I myself have attended too. But just think about it. When it was unachievable for a group to get an education, the doors were opened by the church to say that an education is possible. And out of it came leaders like Martin Luther King and the Thurgood Marshall and so many others who led the hallmark stand for many African American communities. So there are times I come to this gate, I'm almost in tears. Elder King, you just took me back there for a minute, and I kind of had to dry my eyes, and I'm going to keep this mask on so you won't see the ugly face. But as we sit here today, I want us to be mindful of that. And so I appreciate all of you coming back to share this opportunity. It was open for us. Now I'm just the landlord. I'm just the landlord. They say keep the lights on, keep the doors open the gates. That's what we've tried to do. I dare say that since 2020, it's been a strange time for us. So many challenges. There have been deaths because of COVID. We've had family members from the Texas College family that passed. I've had family members in my personal family that passed. And so when you see this mask, I don't wear it because it means a political stance. It means a safety stance for us. And I dare say that I want you all to respect that in your own way. But those of us who will be wearing masks don't take it any other form of fashion that we want to be safe during this special time. But I thank you. I thank you for braving the weather. I thank you for braving the time. I thank you for braving the challenge of travel. And just for a minute, I think I got a moment or two for Shields to say just a little bit about Texas College and where she is and from where she's been. But let me do this if I may. I want to recognize our student leaders. We have some beautiful young ladies who were just elected as Miss Texas College, Miss UNCF, and Miss Fairfield, I want to, my SBA clerk, my SBA clerk, good to see you. Our new leaders, they were elected by the student body, and I want to thank the student body, those of you that are present for selecting such a fine group. Then I want to recognize these queens that are sitting to my right. You please stand to be recognized. Stand up. Congratulations, please. It may take a minute. It took me a minute or two to stand up as well, but we get there, don't we? To the fraternities and the sororities that make this campus what it is, you have planted a seed of spirit, of education, and life, of what college culture should be about. I want to thank each of you. And although I'm not a part of some of these fraternities on this side, I am a part of the fraternity on this side. The sisterhood is on this side. I want to say it's good to have you back because it's that spirit, it's that presence that makes the difference. That was the college spirit. I graduated from an HBCU, and the only thing that we had during the school year was pleasure. I played for 20 weeks. They had what they call little line and big line. We called it stupidity back then because we were getting beat every night. Oh, I'm not supposed to say that. But for those of us who are able to endure, it's your life and your spirit. So as you come back on this campus, touch the hearts and minds of this generation of students. There are too many opportunities that our fraternities and our organizations that have led us to. There are people in fraternities and organizations that saw things in us that we didn't see in ourselves. And it was because of that. It was because of that association and affiliation. And it was ordained by the Spirit of God. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. So I thank you for being back as well. I have a Boule brother here. I want to say thank you, sir, for being with us. It's good to see you. I've not seen some of my Boule friends and your spouse. It's good to have you all with us. Because it's that spirit that's planted in the community of what an education means through those social organizations as well. When sometimes we couldn't even be accepted into an organization. But through the understanding that there is a God, there's the Spirit of God, the love of God, and the life of God, we're all here today. And I'm going to say more about that in a very short while. And so I'm not finished. I want to do a couple of things and just give you a brief update in terms of where Texas College is. But let me do this also. First of all, I want to thank our speaker for this occasion. I want to thank him, Mr. Reverend Charlie Glanton, I think this guy. I want to thank you. Some people don't know what it takes a minute to prepare for a presentation. Sometimes you think, oh, people just show up. So we're looking for a mighty word, a good word, God's word that will continue to bless us. And before I move further, I want to thank the faculty, the staff, and the students for tolerating for such a time as this. We have established a theme for this school year that's entitled Embracing Moments of Opportunity. When COVID came, many individuals, people in the nation, and the community perhaps thought, well, that's a mean spirit. How are you going to be a college, a black college, in a black community and not allow us to come in? And we have experienced COVID on this campus. And I dare say the parents and the family members didn't want their sons and daughters to come back home. So for a minute, we turned into a hospital. Then for a minute, we turned into a social agency. Then for a minute, we turned back into an educational agency. Then we had to turn into a restaurant. Then we had to turn into a nursing healthcare agency. All with the same faculty and staff. And so I want to thank the faculty and staff and administration who made that possible before all of you. Because that time was so significant. I want to thank Ms. Sandra Fields and her planning efforts, and I want to thank two of my trustees, Dr. Mason and Trustee Collins. They're my bosses. And you all can give them a better hand. Man, come on, I want to stay here. And two, because of the job that they do. They certainly have TC at their heart. And this young lady right here, I was going to mention to the alumni, she negotiates for the alumni harder than anyone I know. All of the things I want to talk to Mr. Collins. I said, would you stop him from calling me? Yes, stop. But I appreciate you greatly, and I appreciate the work that you do. But just for a moment, I think it's important for you to know where we are and where we've been headed. This is my 15th year as president of Texas College, and I thank you all for tolerating me and putting up with things that sometimes we have to do. But I also want to thank you for your support of Texas College. I've seen more generosity come into this school, come into this homecoming than I've ever seen before. And if you look at the homecoming fundraiser that we have established at a college, we've established a $250,000 fundraising piece. Within 3 days, I think we're a little bit more than 16,000, Mark. We're 16,000 and growing. And that speaks Herculean past effort for us in that area in regard. And many of our faculty, our staff, our students, our board members are making this happen. And so we invite you to make it happen as well. And I'm going to share with you why that's important in a short while. And then for this school year, you probably have seen that the DR Glass Library is under construction. That project started as a project of about $1.2 million. And when COVID hit, supply chain efforts, lack of supply, loss of supply, just the greediness of the capitalistic system, product and cost went up. Just even at the altar, we were that brother came through, and we worked well with certain. We hope to have that project completed before we end the school year. But you should know, and I didn't know that. That building, which looks like one building, is really 3 buildings side by side with an outside shell. That means that every time that a construction project took place in building that, once we finish it. So we invite you back here that we have successfully gone through This administration has gone through 3 accreditations. And I'm not sure if you understand what that means. It means that if you're not accredited by the Southern Association in this regard, you don't qualify to receive the federal funds. You can't apply for any grants that come from the federal government or any entitlements. And so I want to thank my administration, the faculty and staff. It's been through that effort. We have successfully gone through our 3rd accreditation, which will be announced in December in Atlanta by the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools. And so you should know that. We have just opened our doors to another accreditation process through the Council of Social Work. And we have a new social work team in place in that area. It's under the area of Dr. Ali, who goes to the Division of Business and Social Sciences. That process is a 3-phase process. We have successfully passed 2 phases of it. We have 1 more phase before we're fully accredited in that area. And once accreditation is received here, it's for an 8-year period. And we look forward to receiving it. I want to thank before you, the faculty and staff and the team and Dr. Duncan for making that possible, because it's been a mighty work. Come on, man. We got to do it. And when we came into this school year, we successfully passed the teacher education accreditation. Judge Faison, I think Dr. Faison will be pleased to know that program goes through every 5-year cycle, a thorough process for accreditation, but an annual process as well. And we are very pleased under the leadership of Dr. Junga and the faculty and staff in that area that we have continued accreditation with our teacher education program. So we thank you for that. We have, with your help, successfully qualified successively for 2 Home Depot projects. I think some of the alums, a $30,000 project, which we did as an outdoor kind of reception area for reception gatherings, and sometimes classes could be held out there. I think some of you experienced that on yesterday. This year was a $50,000 initiative, which we renovated the locker rooms in this facility, the 4 locker rooms here and 2 locker rooms that are across at our football location for our athletic programs. And I want to thank you for making that possible. It's a vote that takes place every year until we're here. And then some people don't appreciate this, and maybe I shouldn't say it, but I'm going to talk about it. Then we upgraded all of our restrooms. Oh, my. Yeah. It's different from sitting on a toilet built in 1870. Yeah. It even feels different. We didn't put no cushions on the seat, but we got the seats. Yeah, we got the seats. Yeah, we keep the paper in it too. I say that facetiously, but I want to thank you for what we do in that very same regard. I think you should know that we had a dip in enrollment coming into the school year. We're 9% less than what we need to be. I think all of higher education to some degree, our small colleges in particular, and our HBCUs more specifically had some dips in enrollment. We need students. We need you to get students, and not just send them to any HBCU, any college, get them in school. What is so interesting right now, even some of the positions that we have, we're competing with McDonald's. McDonald's is going up to $24 an hour to serve hamburgers. I'm trying to get there. I'm right at about $12. I'm right at about $12 an hour for my staff, but McDonald's is saying $24. So what I'm trying to say is, we want our students to understand that they're coming here to get careers, not jobs. The McDonald's position is a job. It'll last for a moment. When you get Dwight Fennell age, you don't want to be standing behind a fryer that's a hamburger. You want to own one of those McDonald's. And so what I'm saying is that I think it's with the educational process, with the liberal arts offerings by HBCUs, that should be understood that that's how we do it. And I think these young people and all of those who are enrolled today know that, but we're still competing, and all of our institutions are competing. We're also competing for more faculty and staff, because the virtual space is not going away. I know some of us don't like it. It becomes a little hard and a different way of thinking and planning for our institution. When you deliver a virtual class or even a virtual meeting, you have to see the meeting before it even happens. You have to go through it in your mind, know all the nuances about it. Many people don't understand that. Because first of all, you got to know what a modem is and what a browser is and what CPU is and how you turn it on and what the electrical outlet is. And my IT staff is still teaching me. And so I say that because, again, you're going to need your help in terms of identifying resources and or partners who can help us move into those directions. It's kind of interesting to me that in my sports teams and my athletic staff probably don't think I appreciate them, which I do. I just have some medical challenges right now that doesn't allow me to be in that space where they're located. But the learning experience on the sports field is more than playing and winning a game. Conflict resolution, socializing, planning together, teamwork, leadership, discipline, commitment. And so as you come through the campus this time, those of you that were former athletes, and those of you that are still athletes, I'm talking to my young people, huddle up, say, how did you make it? What did you do? I want to go to the profession. Yeah, I do too. I want the profession money. Yeah, I do too. At the same time, think about what did it take to get there? How did you keep your body right? I'm going to say something, and I'm going to be transparent. My wife and I talk about this all the time. I love my parents dearly. My dad died when he was 88, my mother when she was 89. But they didn't teach us how to age. They didn't teach us how to get old. They didn't teach us how to listen to your body, how to eat right, how to be disciplined, how to take care of yourself. You know, I was brought up on Kool-Aid. They didn't teach us that maybe some of that Kool-Aid and that sugar wasn't good for you. Maybe some of that soda pop wasn't good for you. And what I'm trying to say is that I think our responsibility as we age now is to teach those younger generations how to grow older at the same time. You know, there was some shootings very recently, and it's just an atrocity to me when we see people who don't respect the lives of others. Understand respect for life, respect for space, respect for just other people's environment is what we've got to be about. And your presence on this campus this time for this president means that when a student sees you, they know that you've gone through those challenges. And some of them are still before us as we continue to age. And so I thank you for that. So I will only close by saying again, you will see us probably, many of our staff, I've asked them all to respect the COVID protocol. I check on the data every week. Last year in Smith County, there were 46 cases. Today there's 36 more new cases. There were 10 hospitalizations last week. There are 27 today. And so this thing continues to rise. So as you travel, this is not just about Texas College. This is about safety everywhere you go. Just be safe. Be prayerful. Understand that the Word of God has life and spirit. It lends to our body, gives health to our bodies. Let us put Him first. Let us trust God. When we see someone not smiling, maybe they're not smiling for a reason. Let us just say, hello, how you doing? They could be from another organization or another fraternity. Let's just say, how you doing? When you see somebody older than young people or see somebody younger than you older people, let us say, hey, look, how's it going? And it's not going to always be good. As a matter of fact, higher education, I don't think was meant to be all happiness, but it was meant to create a standard for understanding what life is about. And that's what Texas College, I think, is, and through your help and your contributions. I say thank you. I say thank you for being back with us. I say to God, continue to bless you. Have a great night.
Thank you, Dr. Fennell, for inviting us. There are things that we need to know. There are things that we need to listen to. There are things that we need to pay attention to when we hear them. And we appreciate your letting us know a little bit more about Texas College, those things that we aren't privileged to know every day. Now, I know some people have thought that I have forgotten a couple of things, but I have not. If you have served the United States, thank you. If you have served in the United States Army, the Air Force, the Marines, any service, today is Veterans Day. Please stand. And let me give you all a round of applause. We cannot forget those people that have protected us, have allowed us to be here today. If it hadn't been for some of you, we would not be here. So please, I know that's hard. About a week and a half ago, or somewhere in that area, the Texas College Alumni Association lost one of its members. And it is very important that we talk to you about that. His name is John Williams. He is from the Houston chapter. And he was a worker. He's also a member of Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity. He was a worker. He was a worker. Now, if you met him on campus, you think he was one of the quietest persons that you'd ever know. But he was on my committee. And my committee is the leadership symposium, which we had yesterday. And when he had something to say, he listened. And we are dearly, dearly going to miss John. And so right now, would you please bow your heads in a moment of silence. Thank you. At this time, I would like to present to you the president of the Texas College National Alumni Association here for special recognitions, Mrs. Gwendolyn Taylor Hall. 71. And as I said, 1971, he reached over, he grabbed up the dagger. Like I said, 1971.
Good morning, everyone. I was pondering on what I was going to say for a greeting, but as I said there, and I thought about this last night, and what I saw when I came back. It's been a while since I've been here, but one thing I found out is the spirit of TC is still here. In 1968, my aunt brought me down here to go to school. My story is like many other stories. That story stated, it was hard for, a young black male to get an education. And she was bound and determined that I would get one. I graduated TC alumni. 44 years. Once again, TC.
All right, we're up to special recognition that the Alumni Association has been around for quite some time. We are celebrating our 90-year anniversary this year, 1932 to 2022. So we are celebrating. My job to introduce the song, because these two ladies are both my sorrow. So, 75-year financial members, they continue to give back to Texas College. If you want to present Ms. Holly, do exactly what you Sarah Crawford is a member of the Island chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Right? Okay. She is a Life College Alumni Association Incorporated. She is a former member and designer of the logo for the Top Ladies of Distinction. She is a life member of Delta Garden Home, and that slogan is "Live the People's Life and they find your way." And it was actually handwritten. Thank you, Sarah Crawford. Sarah Bay Ruth Holloway Stokes. Sarah Stokes is a first generation college grad. She also, for many, many years, was the Texas Alumni Chapter President. She was the first, she was on the first initiated line of Gamma Epsilon, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority
They cater to.
Hello, everybody. Is anybody in here celebrating a birthday today? Will you please stand? Anybody just please stand? Celebrating a birthday. Y'all give them a hand, everybody. And the choir prepared a birthday song just for you two and to celebrate this 90th year anniversary. Amen. We're going to take y'all to church. Amen. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Come on, put your hands, sing up to everybody. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Come on, let's celebrate them, everybody. Amen. Listen, I am the new choir director of the Texas College Choir. My name is Mr. Charles Shaw. Amen. And I'm not here along with the Texas College Choir. Y'all give them a hand, everybody. And God blessed me with an assistant. His name is Mr. Trenny Green. Y'all give them a hand.
Good morning to everyone. The choir's first selection will be an arrangement of a hymn entitled, My Faith Looks Up to Thee. We hope you enjoy. God bless each and every one.
Thank you. Thank you. So I'm wondering if we're just having a program or we're having church. Next, we will have Reverend Dr. Olympia Mason giving us a moment of attention.
I've been twisted last night. I couldn't hardly get up this morning. Good morning, Texas College. Good morning, Dr. Fennell, Mrs. Fennell, President Collins, Mr. Collins, to the honored graduates of Texas College, to the staff of Texas College, and to the alumni, the graduates and ex-students. Hallelujah. That's right. Stand up for you, sister. That's all right. When I drove on this campus this morning with the one and only Mrs. Melba Wilson, I thought of what we were told by Mrs., as she said, Lula Whitehead Ward, that we are standing on holy ground. And so when I think of Texas College, I think of a place that is holy because God was in it. When those who founded this college came all the way from East Texas, the woods of East Texas, and all of this was woodland. And I don't know how they found it. I guess God guided them here. But they found this piece of land. And some of us came on, the back to the bus. Some of us were blessed to come in cars. Some, in way back when, had to come on the back of a wagon. But we came because we wanted an education. Oh, thanks be to God, and we left here. We left here with a degree, and we became productive citizens. Thanks be to God, we have. I hate to tell y'all, that's not on this piece of paper. Let me do what Gwen told me to do. Give the people light, and they will find their way. This is the motto that guided Texas College through the years. Its beacon rays have provided thousands of graduates a route to success. Graduates and ex-students have obtained careers, notable careers, Judge Faison, notable careers, and have gone on to do great things in many areas of life, whether it is law, or business, or health, or teaching, or political science, or social work and administration, we left here successful. Even in the field of ministry, we have ecumenical leaders, city, state, and county officials have found their way to their beginnings here at dear OTC. The endearment embedded in the lives of the Texas College alumni has never faltered. Henry Phillips Porter, 2009, who was in the I don't know what that is. Firmly believes that the class representatives should bond together and show appreciation for the love and unselfishness exhibited by the administration, the faculty, and the staff of Texas College, because they breathe in us hope. They breathe. You got Woo. Bonding with Dr. and Henry D. Patrick, they were encouraged to seek the assistance in organizing the Texas College Alumni Association. By TC. Why are you here? You're here because TC will give you what you need. Okay, I'm not the speaker today. Let me read. Determined they were ready for whatever we needed. This helped to bring together a group and hear that. They know there should be a Thanksgiving before the beginning of the association week when we came back home. But the CME preacher said they couldn't see a dance. They didn't know about these CME preachers. Help me, Holy Spirit. Y'all, I tried to do the twist and couldn't get it. Okay. All right. And it was revised to become a corporate effort for the National Alumni Association. In the fall of 1967, the Glass Fowler Development Fund was permanently established. It was named in the honor of two of the association's greatest benefactors, the late D.R. Glass and the late certified 501c3. Many alumni chapters have been established. The chapter and the Dallas chapters were founded in the early years to report large memberships. And the association has had many charter members down through these years. Some of them include Amarillo, Bay Area, both capital city, Cherokee County, Chicago, Dallas, Dallas Metro, Denver, Detroit, probably holler when your name is called. Florida, Broward County, Fort Worth, Georgia, Alabama, Greenville, Houston, Jacksonville, Killeen, Hood, Fort Hood, Longview, Grant County, Los Angeles, Lubbock, Metro Atlanta, Nacogdoches, South Carolina. I haven't seen some of these in a while, ain't there? Southern New Jersey, Rush, Cherokee County, Suburbia, Dallas, Rush, Cherokee, Texas County, Tyler, are you in the house, Tyler Rose? Washington and New Orleans. And then South Florida, yes. The 1980s brought about a new venture to raise alumni funds during Founders Day. I was in a meeting, we were so large in the earlier years that we met at Harvey Hall. And we were having a good time. And all of a sudden, the chairman of the board of trustees, Bishop Marshall Gilmore, walked in the room. And everybody gave him a big clap. But the brother got up and said, all of y'all who love your college, it's time for you to show your love. You've been partying all night, and I need $100,000 today in his hand. Don't tell me what we cannot do. Alumni and friends, it's time to show your love for Texas College. It's time to honor this institution, this holy ground. You remember you couldn't even walk on the grass. They told you to walk down the sidewalk. And now as I've been working here and driving up and down the street, you need to look and admit to this president, this college looks better than it has ever looked. That wasn't on the paper either. And so a host of great leaders have moved the organization forward. The national president now represents the organization as a member of the Texas College Board of Trustees. These are the leaders in the past and present of the National Alumni Association. Dr. Clark Stewart, Dr. P.E. Matlock, Dr. H.D. Patton, Dr. H.M. Jones, Mrs. J.B. Bullock, oh, she was strong, Mr. Robert Starr, Mr. Andrew Mellentry Sr., Mr. Ross E. Lewis, Mr. Harold Johnson, Mr. Horace Johnson, two strong brothers who love this college, Mr. James O. Weatherall, Mrs. Dorothy Pendleton, Mrs. Gracie Mitchell, Mrs. Quan Dunlap Gray. Are you here, Quan? All right, there you are. Reverend retired Colonel Spencer Hervey. And today, our president, Mrs. Gwen Tatum Collins. Now, I'll tell you like Bishop Gilmore did that day. If you love Texas College like you say you do, show some sign. Give the people light, and they will find their way. God bless you today. They may not hear.
And Judge Faison, who loves white beard, and he loves this Texas College as she did. And he came back, and here's that wonderful word again, give. And so I'm going to ask Dr. Neal to please come.
Thank you, Michelle. Again, I'll be relatively brief. I want my wife to join me as a part of this because she works as the development officer as well, and this becomes the development activity in part. And I also ask Dr. Duncan, if you will, to come up to easel, if you will. Let me just share that in this business that we're in, you oftentimes run into people that just generally bless you and move your heart to do things that sometimes you wouldn't even expect. For a moment, we had some significant need at the campus, and Judge Faison, gave a call and said, Doctor, there are some things that the relationship with Dr. Faison and others relative to the campus related to teacher education. And so it was only the right thing to do that we thought, and we were seeking funds also to make a significant difference in what we consider the teacher education program piece. And without hesitation, you blessed us in a mighty way. You sowed the seed into this campus that will ever be remembered. We have established a perpetual location on behalf of Dr. Faison, and we want to thank you for that. We want to thank you significantly. So what we want to do at this time is just take a brief moment. I want to ask, if you will, Dr. Duncan, our Vice President for Academic Affairs. She's going to now unveil the plaque for the location, and then immediately Dr. Mason is going to come up and make remarks, and then we'll have remarks from Judge Faison and members of the family or others who are here. I'm going to ask, however, when Judge Faison makes remarks, Mr. Martin, I want to get a family photo, and family and friends photo of you folks.
And one who decided to It's Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Back then, in those days, you pledged the whole year. If you didn't know anything about that whole year, you were in trouble. One of those who was very instrumental in training us who were pledges and talking to us and telling us how to be astute and how to be intelligent, and that it was our responsibility to win the scholarship cup. Now, back then, you fought to have the highest GPA among the Greeks. Most of the time, I see my other Greek fellows, Greeks out there, the Deltas won the scholarship cup and trained us. And we're thankful today to honor the life of Marilyn Womack Faison. And Judge Faison, we thank you for what you're doing. And may God continue to bless you and keep you. And may others who are watching decide to.
Good morning. Not a preacher, so you may not hear the zeal. Matter of fact, I'm just kind of hoping I can get through this. Dr. Marilyn Faison was an exceptional lady. However, as an exceptional student, she knew how to teach, and she knew how to teach My wife reveled at hearing about the success of her former class. Texas College removed that barrier by offering scholarship. That act was beneficial to both. Texas College reached prestige from the accolades each pointed by an esteemed, respected educator. Dr. Faison got the education she wanted so badly. I first laid eyes on the Dr. Marilyn Faison in August 1966, shortly after her arrival on Texas College's campus. During Dr. Faison's attendance at Texas College, she was an honor student every semester, culminating in graduating magna cum laude in the class of 1970. She joined Delta Sigma Theta, in which she remained active and held leadership positions for more than 50 years. She also held leadership positions in other student organizations, such as the YWCA and Alpha Kappa Mu National Honor Society. She was first runner-up to Miss Texas College and was Miss Omega Psi Phi her senior year. Late in my junior year, I was ultimately able to convince her that she had met the man of her dreams. That would be me. We were married 51 years. Dr. Faison's professional career began as a special education elementary school teacher in a rural Texas district. That was after receiving her first master's degree in special education from then East Texas State University. Special education teacher in the inner city school district in New Jersey was her second position, where she rose to the district supervisor of special education and also as a school psychologist after earning her second Master's of Education at Temple University in Philadelphia. Dr. Faison concluded her career in public school secondary education at a suburban New Jersey academically acclaimed school district, where she was lead school psychologist and subsequently appointed district director of the special education services. Dr. Faison earned her doctorate degree in social services from Capella University. She was an adjunct professor at 2 New Jersey universities and taught teachers seeking to earn their master's and PhD degrees. She was an acknowledged expert on attention deficit hyperactivity disorder and lectured extensively nationwide. She served as a hearing officer for the state of Delaware Department of Education and on the board of directors for New Jersey Mental Health Hospital. The acclaim Dr. Faison received from the education community for her competence, work ethic, and professionalism. She credited to the educational foundation she acquired here at Texas College. She specifically credited Dr. then head of Texas College Department of Education for mentoring, teaching, and guiding her during her education journey. The honor Texas College bestows today upon Dr. Faison is merited. As noted earlier here with us today, Dr. Faison's family to join in this propitious occasion, her family and relatives. So I'm going to ask that you turn this standing frequency to be recognized, please. The relatives and friends. Many have traveled from out of state, including some from California. And as may have been previously noted, at the conclusion of this dedication, the family will be escorted to the conference room, now the Dr. Marilyn Faison conference room, for a tour. Thank you, Texas College. Okay. Guys. Let me just share that while the family members and friends are gathering for a photo opportunity, we're going to allow the family members and friends to go over earlier for a small meeting and luncheon that's been established for them in the conference room. The conference room is in the second floor of the DR Glass Library, and it will be open to the public to walk through and view this afternoon. So please make your way over and recognize what has been done on behalf of Dr. Faison. We want to thank Judge Faison and Faison family and friends for making that possible for Texas College. Let me also share that, thank you, sir. I'd like to take a moment of personal privilege. We will have commencement on the campus of Texas College this year. We will bring the class, the 50th anniversary class, back to the campus and be recognized with this year's graduates, the graduating class of 2023. Those of you that are here that would like to be a part of that commemoration, please make certain that we have your names and addresses so that we can contact you personally. We want you to be a part of the graduating processional, and we have something special in mind for you as a part of that. Mr. Jake Martin, the gentleman who's walking down the aisle, can take your name and address if you will.
We are now at the part of the program that everybody loves because it has that big old word give in it. I'd like to bring up Miss Cynthia Jones Andrews, class of 1977, my class. and she is the 4th Vice President of Fundraising for the Texas College Alumni Association.
The 90th anniversary. The fundraising committee created the souvenir journal to raise funds so that we will be able to give money at this convocation. So I want a special person to please stand. And the most unfortunate thing happened. Of all people, her ad, and I need South Florida chapter to please stand. South Florida. Where's South Florida? I'm South Florida as well. Our ad got unfortunately left out of the book. So we apologize, President Athena, and we are trying to make amends for that, and we're trying to get that ad printed. So thank you, Athena. If it was not for Athena, we would not have the book that we have today. She would text me, give me all kinds of videos. Cynthia, contact this person, that person, that person. So I just wanted to recognize you and just say thank you. You made it happen. Okay. All right. So with that being said, I need all of the members of the National Alumni Association to please stand. All members of the National Alumni Association, please stand. Dr. Fennell, we raised $6,585 for ad. Thank you, everybody who purchased an ad. All the chapters, all the individuals, thank you. And after paying for the book, we have a check for Texas College for $4,215. Dr. Fidel. Dr. Biggins is going to stand and take the checks for Texas College. You're welcome. Now we will have our lineup. We will start with the chapters. So if you will move and make your way to the podium right here, beginning with in alpha order, the Chicago Alumni Chapter, the Houston Alumni Chapter, the South Carolina Alumni Chapter, the South Florida Alumni Chapter, Tyler Alumni Chapter, and did I miss any other chapters who plan to give? I'm sorry, Broward Chapter. Broward Chapter, come on back. Following our chapters, we will have the class of 1971, Melvin Cameron, the class of 1971, Lawrence Jones, the class of 1971, Marshall Beasley, class of 1971, Phyllis Figner. Did I say that right? Okay. All right. Followed by Albert Jefferson, Belvia Tyler, and Dallas Berlia. Come on up.
If you have any here. Okay, on behalf of Broward County Chapter, we didn't have a fundraiser this year, but we thought it would be robbery if we did not contribute. You know, like the Baptist Church, that slogan you have about, rob it, okay. So we all got together, and we didn't have a fundraiser, we all got together. That although we did not have one last year, we did as a chapter. We donated and we sent up $1,500 last year.
Thank you, Broward. Texas College, and we were so blessed to have
Aaron, a graduate of Texas College, who is also the widow of Hank Aaron, to be our special guest. And she brought friends who brought money for Texas College. So I call it checkbook, but I have to do it through the pass-through. But on behalf of the South, thank you very much.
Thank you, South Florida.
Sure. Good afternoon. Barbara Gathers from South Carolina. Our chapter started unofficial in June of this year. And we represent, I want my alumni from South Carolina, please stand. We are glad to have 42 members, and we are presenting the chapter to the school, 10,000. Oh, wait. Glasses work on break. $1,000.
I think she was prophesying, right, Barbara? You were prophesying.
Good afternoon. My name is Melvin, and this is Dr. Mason Green, and we are the members. And I would like for the alumni chapter of Chicago area. Would you please stand? And like I said, we're just glad to be here. And we are asking our people that from Chicagoland area, we are just asking to be here. And we'd like to present Texas College $5,100.
While the next person is coming, will the class of 71 start making your way to the podium? Melvin Cameron, Norris Jones, Marsha Beasley, and Phyllis Figner.
Good afternoon. From the Rose capital of the world, Tyler, Texas.
Yes.
Please stand and be recognized for the donation of $1,000.
Thank you, Tyler.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm not representing a chapter at this time. I am representing former members of Alpha Tau chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated from Texas College.
Thank you.
7 years of the pandemic, we were able to collect. This year, we've been able to collect $6,000.
Wow.
I'm not a mathematician. I got the money kind of sending me money here and there. So if someone will add that up while I present the package, you can get the total amount.
$25,000. I heard $25,000. Thank you. Thank you. Class of 1971. 72.
I am also giving information from the history chapter. Any membership questions you guys please stand? Giving $5,000. Also, I have a $20 donation from Miss Young.
Thank you, Ms. Young. And
Scott forgot to have the group who helped to make the donations possible to stand. Would you please stand?
I'm working, keep $100,000 before they walk out of here today. Albert Jefferson. Okay, you guys can just make a line to at the podium. Please come. Thank you.
And I truly hope that I can get you. My name is Betty Edwards, and this is my husband, Kenneth Edwards. We've been married 43 years.
Wow.
And to the, our alumni president, they said that Dr. Thompson said that it was a massive asthma attack. 35 years old. Died in the city. And as a result of this, God bless me to wake up and say, give a scholarship. I got this paper. So at this time, I like to present the scholarship that is going to become a foundation. It's a non-traditional scholarship. And if you understand what non-traditional means, that means that the person can be male, female, trans, it doesn't matter. My son knew his truth, and he walked in his truth. And for those of you that understand what I mean, that's how the scholarship came about. There are so many that are misunderstood right about now. There's a generation of children that are coming out that's totally misunderstood. And that's how the scholarship came about. My son was so misunderstood. But before he died, he was able to walk in his truth. So today, there's a loss. If we don't do something, this generation is going to be lost.
Great giving. I see that Lady Safar has made their opinion. If you are giving today.
Sometime back, we started the alumni, not the alumni, but the three organizations giving back to the school. And since 2017, Signal Chapter has given over $80,000 to the school.
Congratulations, thank you.
Today, I want to basically make another contribution to the Bobby J. Spencer R.B. Knowles endowment of $25,000.
Thank you.
Every year, we try to make these contributions and we try to be good stewards of the finances. So Larry Shields is a strong supporter of the school. We make sure that we actually send the funds certified before we even get here.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that's kind of a sticker to make sure that we actually do our due diligence. Dr. Nell, appreciate the phone call, appreciate everybody for contributing this year. It's just awesome to see what the alumni and friends of Texas College do.
Thank you, Lady Safar. Thank you.
everyone. It is such a pleasure for my sorority to be here today because we are celebrating our belated 75th anniversary. Provide